Hey everybody, today is going to be a bit different because today I'm going to do a little show and tell. So I've got two crazy videos to introduce to all you folks, and I'm going to tell you, this stuff really starts to align with the Bible, or potentially could. So let's take a look at Revelation. I want to bring up Revelation 13:15 out of the New King James Version. So here it says, "He, being the false prophet, was granted power to give breath to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and caused as many as would not worship the image of the beast to be killed." So here, Revelation makes it very clear that the false prophet is going to create an image of the beast, and that the people should be worshiping this beast, and if they don't, they are at risk of being killed. Now, look, when you look into Revelation, sometimes it can be a little bit confusing. I will say, one of the things that we need to caution ourselves on is, seeing what we see today and possibly plugging that into what the Bible actually says. Don't want to make that mistake today. And I'm kind of at risk of this, but man, I saw a video of some really, really cool technology here. So I'm just going to show you the video, and then I'll give you my thoughts on this. Here it is. I got to tell you, that technology is cool. Being a visual guy like me, man, I don't know how they do it. I mean, it's the most amazing thing. But I see that and I'm thinking to myself, well, is it then plausible that maybe with AI, because let me tell you, that's getting pretty out there. What if AI was controlling this image of the beast that could be one of these 5D billboards, and basically everyone was forced to worship the beast, and anyone who didn't they're going to get the hurt on with them. I don't know. I think it's a very plausible scenario, but it's to be seen. I hope not seen for any of us. But the other video I wanted to show you guys today was something really, really scary about kind of what's going on. And if you haven't seen this yet, man, you folks need to look at this one. This one is crazy. Now, if you haven't seen my video on the mark, I did a long video on what potentially is the mark. And one of the specific things I cited in this was Bill Gates' Microsoft patent WO060606. Now, you can go Google this for yourself, but probably one of the most critical things that I brought up in this video was the fact that it was a sensor of some sort that is tied with a cryptocurrency. And it is also using the biometric data from your body somehow to power this sensor. So obviously the sensor must be within you. In fact, let's specifically go to the Bible verses that talk about this. Now, I want to use the King James Version just because it talks about the mark being in someone versus on someone. So here it is, Revelation 13:16 and 17. "And he causeth all, both great and small, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." So obviously at some future time, there will be a mark that everyone will basically be forced to take if they plan on, living. The reason why I bring this up is because you gotta see this video. Now, I don't even remember where I found this video, but this is what's going on in Europe right now. Have a look at this.
Echt helemaal excited over. Ik heb dus een chip in mijn hoofd laten zetten. Ik hoor je al denken, in je hoofd? Maar ja, in mijn hoofd. En het is echt een toppertje. Het was dus echt binnen no time gepiept, deed helemaal geen pijn. En het leuke van alles is dat ik nu absoluut alles handsfree kan doen. Door TikTok scrollen, liken, reageren, ik hoef het maar te denken en het is gebeurd. En met kortingscode ELISA20 kunnen jullie snoetjes ook 20% korting krijgen op jullie allereerste chip in jouw snoetje. Leuk hè? Die chip in mijn hoofd, die heb ik natuurlijk niet echt. Maar zou het wel kunnen? Ze zitten toch ook al in je kat en in je hond?
Volgens mij is het dan dat ze dan een chip met je adres en telefoonnummer of zo in die hond daar.
Als het goed is kan je dan ook gewoon weten waar je hond is als hij weg is.
Ja, dat is waar. Maar als ze in je huisdieren zitten, kunnen ze dan ook in mensen zitten?
Folks, this is one of those things that, man, when I see children involved, I get really hypersensitive to this stuff. And I hope that you folks also do. Very, very concerning. But this is conditioning kids to even want to take this mark. I am, gosh, it frightens me for the children, for the parents of what's coming. Now, one thing I want to read to you is notes from I have a great study Bible here. It's an NIV version, but this is just a life application study Bible. Great notes in talking about the mark here, and I want to read this to you. The mark of the beast is specifically designed to mock the seal that God places on his followers. Just as God marks his people to save them, so Satan's beast marks his people to save them from the persecution that Satan will inflict upon God's followers. Identifying this particular mark is not as important as identifying the purpose of the mark. Those who accept it show their allegiance to Satan, their willingness to operate within the economic system that he promotes, and their rebellion against God. To refuse the mark means to commit oneself entirely to God, preferring death to compromising one's faith in Christ. Folks, this is very, very serious here. And of course, if you even go back to Revelation 14, because I'm sure there are some of you who might even be saying, well, maybe I could just take that mark. And once I see things going on, I'll refuse that. Well, if you go to Revelation 14, it basically comes down to the fact that you can't go back. You take it, it's over. You have sealed your fate. And if you follow any of us within eschatology, we're actually believing that somehow this mark is going to potentially alter people's DNA in a way that basically you are no longer, it falls into this whole transhumanism thing that is being pushed right now. And of course, this actually makes sense because if you look at the globalists like Yuval Noah Harari, hopefully you've heard of him from the World Economic Forum. What these people are trying to do is they're basically trying to live forever. In fact, I even did a video with someone years ago. He was a doctor who basically said, yeah, I figure in about 10, 15 years, we're going to be able to live to 170 some odd years. I couldn't believe it actually came out of his mouth, but it did. I promise you it did. Folks, this is what they're trying to do is they're basically trying to live forever under their own terms, not under God's terms. And if you have any sort of wisdom, folks, you know that is not going to work. But that's ultimately what they're trying to do. So therefore, they're moving forward with the mark. Folks, the word here is be saved today. Seal yourself under God's provision today. Because the thing is, if you can't do it today when things are going okay, what makes you think? Because it's going to come with a cost, and the cost is going to be your life. If you can't give your life today to Christ willingly, what makes you think you will die for him when push comes to shove? Folks, that's my word for today. Crazy stuff going on, and the whole reason why I even do this channel and bring this up is really it's just to point out just how close are we. Today is the day. Today's the day you just say surrender. Give your life to Christ. And if you already sort of are, just press more into him and he will end up providing the provision for you. Thanks everyone who have subscribed to my channel. I've got some big announcements coming here real soon, not quite ready, still in development, but thank you all for watching my channel here, giving me a voice. I'm really humble and flattered, and I cannot believe where this channel has even gone with all this. But thanks folks, and hope to see you guys next time.